Hey guys, Michael here from michaelsherlock.com. I want to talk to you today about the PlayStation Network. We all know that the PlayStation 3 has access to the PSN, which, among other things, is a store as well as a medium for online gaming. Now at this point, online gaming has been the prized feature of this service and has cost $0. However, there's been a lot of speculation about PSN Plus, which would be a paid service that will allow users to get some perks based on the money that they pay per month. Now, one thing to remember about these PSN Plus rumors is that online gaming will remain free. And I think that's a critical thing for Sony to do. Right now, the PSN nowhere matches the quality and intuitiveness of the Xbox Live interface and implementation that Microsoft has. The greatest thing about the PlayStation Network is that it has been free and it allows all users to easily connect and play. If they were to start charging for this, this would be a huge flaw, especially with their market share so low compared to Xbox Live. But let's go over some of the features and perks that you would get if you were to subscribe to this extended service. You'd have access to PS1 classic games, so classic games that you played on the original PlayStation you'd be able to play on your PS3, although I'm not exactly sure how practical this would be, especially with scaling issues. Similarly, PSP minis, as well as exclusive downloadable content for your PS3 games. And that's, something I have a little bit of a problem with. Obviously on the Xbox Live, downloadable content costs you extra money. And on one hand, if you're already paying for this PSN Plus, you could get all the downloadable content you want. That's cool. But what's, I'm not sure about is if you have to pay to be a PSN Plus member just to have access to be allowed to pay for extended downloadable content. That's sort of what I read. And, that's kind of a bummer to have to basically pay twice for downloadable content, which, you don't want. You want this downloadable content to easily extend the game and make it more fun. You don't want customers being screwed twice, to play the same content. As well as PlayStation Store discounts. What's kind of interesting here is console protection via the PlayStation Protection Plan would be included with this. You wouldn't have to pay extra. Cross-game video chat or voice chat, which would allow you to communicate with other people that aren't necessarily both playing, the same game you are, so you could always talk to your friends regardless of the games you're playing, which is kind of nice. But what I like, these last two features are pretty cool. Auto-patching, which would detect and then automatically download and install game update patches, so you wouldn't have to wait for that when you popped in Madden the next time. As well as first hour, that's what they're calling it, this is just, again, the rumor mills, first hour demo access. Basically, users would be allowed to download a full game to their hard drives and play that game for no cost for an entire hour. Now, after that hour ends, the demo period ends, so you're done. However, you have the option to then purchase the game if you want to continue playing. And that is a great way to get a taste of these games. I've talked about it in the past about how do you try games, or do you try games before you buy them. And this is the best demo possible. It's not a crippled demo. You can play as much as you want in an hour. And, you have a true taste of the game. I think this is a really good thing. First hour demo access. Kudos to Sony if they go ahead and launch this. Now, there's no pricing. People have speculated, $10 a month, $15 a month. Nobody really knows at this point. Obviously, we're not sure if PSN Plus will launch either way. But really, the rumor mills have not been as strong with a pricing point. So, that's up in the air. Now, we can expect more at E3 010. That's when, we would actually see an event from Sony where they could launch this type of product. So the question to you is this a good thing? If you have PlayStation Network now, would you purchase PSN Plus for, let's say, $10 a month? Is it worth it to you to auto-patch and to get game demos and DLC? Is that worth $10 a month? And would charging you specifically just to play online games, would that really ruin the experience for you? I mean, Xbox Live, they pay for it. What would be different about Sony? But I'm asking you, because PlayStation Network is very different from Xbox Live, and I just want to know what you think about the PlayStation Network Plus rumors. Again, I'm Michael Sherlock from michaelsherlock.com. Thanks for watching, and have a good day.